One of the first things I realized after living in America for over 3 years is the fact that it's not where you begin, it's how fast you can learn, how quick you can implement, and how consistently you can continue to implement. A lot of immigrant people, once they move into America, their number one focus is take care of their families back home. It's more important to get yourself located, settled, and achieving before you can help anybody. It's more important to position yourself in a place where you can be making a lot more money, where you can help other people while still helping yourself, and you don't feel tired, you don't feel beaten, and you don't feel after a few years as if you've been exploited. For a lot of people, when we come, our greatest focus is first of all take care of our families. But we don't realize that the best way to take care of our families is first of all to take care of ourselves. Once you are set up, once you are on the right path, then you can invest in other people. I deeply appreciate your time and effort. I just realized over 80% of the people who watch my channel haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Please do me this one favor. Go ahead, click the subscription button. Also click the notification bell so that anytime I have new content, which is very often, you will be able to get that the first. I appreciate you spending the time with me, coming on the channel, supporting the channel, sharing this information, inviting your friends to subscribe to the channel. You know, I've been living in North America, specifically in the United States, for the last 23 years. And in that period of time, I have experienced a lot of different things. I've experienced the good, I've experienced the bad, I've experienced the ugly. I've had ups and I've had downs like most people. But as an immigrant, it occurred to me that there are a lot of things I went through, different things I struggled with. If only I had some guidance, if I had somebody or had some kind of information that would have taught me, educated me, given me a roadmap as to how America functions, I really believe I would have been way ahead of where I am today, knowledge-wise, social-wise, financial-wise, most importantly. You see, America is a great nation. This is the greatest nation on earth, especially for immigrant people like me. And if you're an immigrant, listen to me. Even if you're not an immigrant, this country is still great. Because the opportunities that lie in America don't lie in any other country in the world. I know that for a fact. This is the only country where immigrant people can come into, and within a single generation, you work hard, you are honest, you do the right thing, you keep at it, you are sure that you are going to elevate yourself to a very, very comfortable and extraordinarily high achieving financial status. And in that process, you can elevate your family and a lot of other people around the world. But in order to achieve that, there are just certain things about the way America works that is important to understand. That is important to understand how the system works and how you can take advantage of the many ways by which the system tries to support you, to give you an edge, to give you an extra push to become successful in whatever career you choose. I'm not here to address white collar or blue collar people. I'm here to address everybody who lives in America and who wants to become extremely successful. Then you have to tune in and listen to me. One of the first things I realized after living in America for over 3 years is the fact that it's not where you begin. It's how fast you can learn, how quick you can implement, and how consistently you can continue to implement. I say consistent because a lot of immigrant people, once they move into America, their number one focus is take care of their families back home. Over the time I've been here, I learned if I had to do it again, I would do it a little differently because that was a mistake. Mistake meaning what? I understand your family needs help. You're leaving behind people who are counting on you. And when you're traveling, for most people, the family is looking up to you as the Messiah. I understand that. But you see, it's more important to get yourself located, settled, and achieving before you can help anybody. It's more important to position yourself in a place where you can be making a lot more money, where you can help other people while still helping yourself, and you don't feel tired, you don't feel beaten, and you don't feel after a few years as if you've been exploited. Because what happens with a lot of immigrant people is that they come to America, they start working hard, they start sending money back home. A few years later, 90% of the people you've been trying to support back home, nothing has really come out of them in terms of, helping themselves develop, maybe start a business with the capital you give them, and you get frustrated. And I understand the challenges the people back home have. It's not easy wherever they are. But you here in America, because you've been working so many hours, you've been putting your time, your effort, your desire, you're starting to feel tired, and you start feeling like you've been exploited, like people have been taking you for granted. Now you hear people start complaining, I will no longer take care of my family. I'm sick and tired of them. I'm this and that. I don't want to deal with nobody. The reason why, in my opinion, is because for a lot of people, when we come, our greatest focus is first of all, take care of our families. But we don't realize that the best way to take care of our families is first of all to take care of ourselves. Once you are set up, once you are on the right path, then you can invest in other people. So what really happened is when a lot of people come in, they start working hard, they start taking care of their families, and then they forget to advance themselves. And by the time they know it, they are 30 years old, their energy is no longer the same. They most likely haven't educated themselves. They haven't advanced themselves with any new skills. They don't have no new understanding of how America works because they've been working so hard, and then they start feeling that fatigue. Because your body can only produce so much. Your body can only work so hard. At some point, your body will not be able to take it. I came to America at 23. I'm 46 years old today. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. That number one, I wish I had somebody who could teach me about how the economy of America works. How investment works, how you can put your money to work for you, how you can duplicate your money, work less, make more. That is the goal. That is the way. That is the best path to be able to help yourself and help other people. Anytime you have to help yourself only by working physically, it is not sustainable. It is not sustainable, because when your body cannot work, it means you cannot make money. And if you cannot make money, it means you cannot help your family back wherever you're coming from. And if you can't help your family back, it means they are disappointed. You are disappointed. Everybody is hurt. So I learned a few strategies. I learned a few very important lessons and things and ways by which we could multiply ourselves, multiply our revenue, multiply our income, and still be able to strengthen our families and elevate them to very, very, very significant levels. So that is one of the key reasons I'm creating this channel, to educate people on how best to leverage America. Another key thing why I want to talk to people about not only my experiences, but what I've envisioned and what I believe it's helpful, is because they say my people die from the lack of knowledge. Knowledge is available everywhere today, but most people don't have the time, don't have the intelligence, don't have the presence of mind, don't have the determination to find information which is helpful to them. Many people will put it off. It's too hard to read a book, but it's easier to just continue doing what you're doing. I remember I have a company training people in IT and teaching them how to become IT professionals, get in the industry and make six figures, a lot of money, right? And one time I was talking to a young man, 23 years old, and trying to impress upon him why it is important for him to change course. Instead of continuing to do the manufacturing work he was doing, why don't he sacrifice 6 months, 7 months, and focus on developing a new IT skill, which will take him into the IT industry, give him a 4-time raise from what he was making at that time, but most importantly, set him up to become a millionaire in real terms just from working as an IT professional with a specialized skill. And he spent 10 minutes giving me all the excuses in the world you can imagine. Oh, I cannot leave my job now. I already have house payment. I have this, I have that. At the end of the day, 2 years later, I met him again and I said, how is life going? Nothing has changed. The only thing that had changed, he got older, he got a little bit more discouraged, and the money was shorter than the month. There was more months after the money. So you can imagine. I told him, are you ready now? And he said, yes, sir. I have to do everything I can to get on that track. So anyways, thank you for joining the channel. Please subscribe and I'll see you again in the next video. But until then, I want to leave you with this. I don't know you personally. I might not have met you. I might never get a chance to meet you. I don't know where you were born. I don't know your background. But I want to remind you that whatever circumstance, whatever person spoke in your ear, trying to convince you about the different things you cannot do, which led to you starting to talk and believe in yourself, that you are not capable, that you are not strong, that you are not intelligent, that you cannot achieve highly. I want to tell you today that it was a big lie, because you are enough. So be well, be strong, and don't forget to be a blessing to everybody else you meet along the path in this life. I'll see you on the next video.